Okay. Hello. Good day. So welcome to this lecture video. So today we will be discussing calculating rates. So here, of course, we will look at the formula for calculating rates. So rates help us compare health problems among different populations that include two or more groups who differ by a selected characteristic. So in epidemiology, we cannot stop at simply comparing number of cases. So we also need to compare rates. So as mentioned, it helps us compare health problems among different populations that include two or more groups who differ by a selected characteristic. So example, we might compare persons who had not eaten at a particular restaurant for a particular meal with a person who had eaten at a restaurant for the meal and look for cases of foodborne illness. Or we might compare men with women for how often rather they display a certain risky behavior or driving intoxicated, for instance. So by comparing population characteristics, we can observe more clearly what factors might be associated with the health event. So such as what might be making persons ill. We can then determine what actions to take, such as facilitating programs or activities that support health or prevent more persons from becoming ill. So rate also help as to determine unusual activity by comparing a baseline rate of disease or conditions with a current event, such as whether a spike or a decline in influenza reports are greater than or less than what is expected. Okay, so to calculate a rate, we first need to determine the frequency of disease, which includes the number of cases of the illness or condition. We are counting, of course, the size of the population there is and the period during which we are calculating the rate. So in formula, so rate in percent is equal to the number of cases divided by the population at risk times 100. So this formula provides the number of cases as a percentage of the population for a given period. Okay, so let us consider here a scenario and explain the pneumonia from July 21, 24 until August 2 in the evening. So let us consider. So the members of American Legion gathered for an annual American Legion Convention held in July 21 to 24, that's 1976, in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. So soon after the convention began, a substantial number of attendees were admitted to the hospital and were examined in doctors' offices with acute onset of fever, chills, headaches, dry cough, and muscle pain. And so in the July 26 to August 1, there are a total of 18 conventioneers died. And it was reported that it is due from pneumonia. In August 2 in the morning, a nurse at a veterans hospital in Philadelphia called CDC to report cases of severe respiratory illness among the attendees of the Legion Convention. And in the evening of August 2, so there were 71 additional reported cases. So the goal here is, of course, to find out why these conventioneers were becoming ill and in some cases dying. Okay, so let's have this table. So this table is the legionnaires. This is by age group because of course they were the one who attended the American Legion Convention. So that's why it is called the Legionnaires Deceased. So in Hotel A residence, so as mentioned, the convention was held from July 21 to 24, 1976. So this or the table, this is rather the table that shows now the age, the sick, how many of them got sick, the total number who belong within that given bracket, age bracket, and the percentage. So here, so we actually have the frequency. So that's the number of 6, the unit size, and the rate is the percentage. So if we will just look at the frequency, we might think that the highest rate of person becoming ill is the age 50 to 57 because it's 27. However, if we're going to consider the total, we can also see here that there are most of the attendees belong to 50 to 59 order. The total is 320 attendees with age 50 to 59. So which means if we will compute for the rate that is sick, the frequency all over the unit or the total multiplied by 100, you will just get 8.4 when in fact the highest rate is 20.4 and that is the attendees with age equal or greater than 70. So this actually just also shows us that at times row numbers can tell you valuable informations. However, as you can see displayed in this table, without examining the rates associated with the row number, those data can be misleading. Okay, so highest is of course greater than or equal to 50. Okay, so let us have a knowledge check. So on day 1 of a technology conference in San Diego, 15 presenters who were setting up for their sessions in Annex X became ill with flu-like symptoms. So during the course of the conference, 20 participants who attended also became ill with the same symptoms. So to begin, calculating the rate of the outbreak, investigators should first determine, so it is letter A, size of the conference population, B, number of cases of illnesses, letter C, number of days the conference was held, letter D, location of the conference. So what is your answer? So based from the table presented, it is very important to know the frequency or the number of cases of illness. So the answer is letter B. Okay, thank you for listening.